think Falcon typically plays Weenie. So in today's build, I'm trying one less light up the flame and one more fanatical firebrand than my usual builds. I just saw a lot of people doing that lately. I don't know if I even like that idea. I like to try what other people try. This isn't. This is a very land heavy hand. Not really what you want versus any Teamer Wreck type thing. Really? This is a really nice mulligan to 5. This was a play mistake. Oh god, I'm so bad. I forgot that they play Fiery Cannonade for a second. I'm kind of still on silly autopilot. Also shouldn't have played the land, of course, because of the light up the stage. Sometimes you play so bad. If it counts, I don't think any of my play mistakes per se mattered. So to take a turn kind. Oh, or not to take a turn kind. How neat. So Lightning Strike was bad because they have another explosion. Now I lose this. And I lose my Experimental Frenzy. Oh god, I'm playing so bad. Could have guaranteed got the 3 damage in. I don't deserve to win. I've made like 7 pretty key mistakes. Also drew 8 lands, 14 cards, but guess I have a 3rd explosion in the top 17. Neat. I basically win this game nearly 100% if I just play that frenzy. And I can't win at all now. They've just drawn too many cards and I've made too many mistakes. Guess I won't concede just in case we draw a double burn spell and they make a player, but just threw game one really bad. Two unplayable hands, but as bad as I played game one, this is what I deserve. Also drew more land than spells with our mulligan. casting main phase. Oh. Biogenicus, don't care. Should have won game 1 if I'd played right. Game 2, we didn't even get to play, so. Hey JJ, what's up? I don't have any of our best cards, but it's clearly a keep. The best cards in this deck are Frenzy, Light Up the Stage, Lightning Strikes, and like Chain Roller. Experimental, or not, sorry, not Experimental Frenzy, Runaway Steamkin, etc. Steamkin, Frenzy, and Light Up Stage probably being the top 3. Attack first, just in case they're playing Fungal Infection. Firebrand barely makes the deck. In fact, I've only now went up to a 3rd copy, and I even went out of my way to say earlier that I thought it was wrong to be on a 3rd copy. I guess I have to play around Cryodecanarium. Oh, he drew a spell. I think it's pretty good. I disagree, JJ. I think it's a strong card. We just need Experimental Frenzy to win the game. Ooh. They have a lot of mana now. I think a lot of people use it wrong, but when you think of it as a 5-drop, I think it's pretty good. Still not drawn any of our powerful cards. Yeah, Proliferate coming back's kind of weird. It's a cool mechanic, but I don't think it really adds anything. I feel like this set's just gonna alienate a bunch of people. It is a horrible Squadron Hawk, but Squadron Hawk was an A plus card. We're not saying Growth Chamber's an A plus card. It's like a B card, probably. It's pretty good. But Squadron Hawk's just a solid A plus. Hey, we win. That's what I mean, though. Like, I think there's a lot of people that are already just kind of sick of Planeswalkers, and I think it's just going to push. I don't know. I don't think you need to add a card like Proliferate to make the people that are going to be excited for more Planeswalkers more excited. Like, I don't think it changes anything for them. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it doesn't feel like something that'll get people excited or hype. Like, if you already like the story and you already like Planeswalkers, like, you're already going to love this set. Them adding a mechanic that specifically helps those cards isn't going to make that group of people more excited, whereas it might make the other group of people less excited. But I think it's pretty cool. I liked the mechanic when it first come around. I thought you could do all sorts of neat things with it. But we had infect and everything in that other format, so it's going to be a lot different. But overall, like, I like Proliferate. I'm not trying to talk bad about Proliferate. I'm just trying to say that just from a design standpoint, almost feels lazy. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Now, just because it feels lazy doesn't mean it can't be cool. Like, generally, the most obvious thing is pretty cool. It just felt like they could have done something a lot cooler. We have a powerful hand this time, so hopefully it won't get taken apart by Duresses. Quick Doom Whisper is one of the easiest ways to beat this deck. Just counters, but any kind of counter. So it can like add an infect counter, it can add a counter on a creature, it can add a +1/+1, it can add a -1/-1, it can add the loyalty of a planeswalker. You can just up counters on something like Syndic Ascendancy. It's a definitely a cool mechanic. And it's not just one counter either. It's you can do this to everything you have. Ooh, I gotta just play an Experimental Frenzy next turn and see if it wins the game. Sometimes they do that early, sometimes they don't. Our friends, come back, friends. I need to put a stop during my upkeep. Don't have mana for that one. Don't have mana for that. So this is the times that it's bad. Sometimes you just run it out on turn 4 and you can't play your spells. You still just always have to play it though, because if I don't draw another one the entire game, I might not be able to win. Two very bad frenzies. Opponent's not drawing lands though, so. Another bad frenzy. 3 bad frenzies. One could argue that that's 5 bad. I'll probably sack a frenzy this turn. See what they do with their mana. That was a good frenzy. It was a really good frenzy. Oh no, opponent. You made us discard a card. What will we do? Bring us our card back. I don't even have any good cards in my graveyard for them to get. I can't cast you. Wah wah wah. What shall you beat me with? Probably my chain whirler. They don't play a discard spell of any kind. We're going to sack the frenzy and just light them up. This is a really weird card to leave in versus me. Depends on whether they have. It costs 4 mana to blow it up, so I have to do it during the end of their turn and the untap of my turn. But like if they have a way to gain life, I won't win. So like if they have another moment of craving or a contempt for the chain whirler, I won't win. But that's what we plan on trying. It helps that I have another experimental frenzy in my hand just to play. I'm not really giving anything up. To try it. Those decks struggle really bad to just beat Frenzy, even as bad as our Frenzy was. They had a million things to like stop creatures, but we lit them on the fires. Light them up. I don't know why I keep saying that. I don't like that band. Kind of wish I hadn't thrown round one by playing like a complete idiot. I just feel bad as usual, though. Hard to concentrate when you always feel bad. Do I? I got them from Mana Traders. I must have opened one in a treasure chest at some point or something. The third experimental frenzy is not where you want to be, especially when you don't have the fourth land. On fire. Huh. Red Rover, send us on over a land. Yeah, it's a little bit slow, but the effect's just so powerful, especially with fetch lands. Well, at least they can't block. Fortunately, them getting to play their 4-drop into their 5-drop means that they're way ahead now. Because their 5-drops typically Hellcat. And if a Hellcat, they can win into attacks with any burn spell or any collision. Or they just have better blocks too, but yeah. Whoops, I don't have 2 spells. Not good for me. Yeah, missing our 4th land drop's going to cost us this game, probably. We'd had a problem this game regardless, but missing the 4th land gives us practically no chance. Which is unfortunate, because I find this a pretty favored match. I think the Pelt Collector version with the goblins and stuff's favored versus us, but I think this bigger version we're favored versus. Uh, to be honest, Lars, I forgot that these didn't have haste and I planned on attacking anyway. And just hoping that there was another spell. I forgot that these weren't tutus. You notice I went to my attack phase and then tapped this and then I was like, oh wait, this can't attack. Because I don't think he would have blocked. I think he would have just blocked one of these. Alright, we have no out. I think he would have just blocked a lava runner and I was fine with that. But that was just a punt. That's a pretty bad punt. Get out of my deck, skewers. I think it's probably bad, but it's probably better than just a 1-1. I don't think our 1-1s do a lot. I don't think burn spells do a lot. Like, they don't have anything I can shock in their entire deck but Growth Chamber, do they? I mean, they have Harpooner, but I assume they're sideboarding out Harpooner. The Chain Whirler doesn't do anything either, though, I agree. Like, if they're playing that version, they don't have Pelt Collectors and they don't have Land Worlds, do they? Well, when our Runaway Steamkin dies, we're just gonna cry. That's true, there's no equipment right now. Don't kill me, I'll be sad. They killed him. Our Kingdom for a Frenzy. If my only way to win this game is a Frenzy, I might as well throw my Lightning Strikes out. Gotta be honest, I don't know what Captain's Hook is. I know they gave us a bunch of foils for showing up at a release event or something, but I didn't read them. No, boo. A Kingdom for a Frenzy. I'm dead. Would also accept a lava coil. I have no outs now. None of those cards win the game anymore. Well, we've had plenty of days that our frenzies have been ungodly, but today's not one of them. Could be a quick exit. Well, that card is neat. I don't know if it's Tristani neat, but it's kind of neat. Somebody just linked me this spoiler. That has Menace. That's pretty cool. So this is a 5-mana 2/3/3s and 5 mana for 2/3/3s, gain 3 life and fight a creature. Card's going to be ridiculous and limited. Yeah, the new Krinko's kind of cool too. This art's really sweet. Nope. Okay. If I was on the draw, I'd have probably kept that. Oh no. I wish we'd kept that. Probably supposed to block here. Just to try to help Loxodon from not coming down as quick. Eh, can still come down on turn 3, I guess. I'm so far behind that maybe I should just light up the stage there, hope they don't have it, and hope that I can like chain whirler into a shock and wipe the board. Because I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere this way either. I don't even think Frenzy will be enough this way. They still have 4 cards in their hand. Saw 7 lands so far. The hell's in their hand? I guess just conclaves and stuff? No. Boo. Yeah. Certainly not where we want to be. It doesn't really do a lot. We already know they have a conclave. Or baffling end, whatever. It's the same thing. They have a conclave too. I'm confident of it. And now they've drawn an elephant. So what's everybody into today? A lot of people tell you to take out experimental frenzies in this match, but I don't think I'm ever going to do that. XB Games? What's that, George? Also, nice to see you. I haven't saw you in a long time. Oh, Xbox. Fair enough. Pretty sure I don't want most of these. Well, that sucks about your PC crashing. I keep. My kingdom for some lands in a frenzy. That's all I ever want. Every match, I just want some lands in a frenzy. Spoiler, might be because they're the best cards in my deck. Well, it still has cards. That's not good for me. Eh, whatever. You got me. Keeping the Wizard's Lightning because of the X freeze in their deck. The what you call it? I can't think of what it's called. The Marshall. I guess I shouldn't press F6. They might kill my frenzy. Eh. I played a land this turn. I don't remember. The answer to that question is apparently yes. All right, never mind. They're done. Okay, so for game 3, tempted to bring these in just because they first strike and block, but it's probably not good enough. I don't know. Like, I would never sideboard Tribunal out versus a Frenzy deck, but they may. I don't really know how White Weenie sideboards. I can't seem to win with White Weenie, and the only real sideboard guide I've ever saw is the how do you pronounce his name? Uh, Ellenbogen? Andrew Ellenbogen? Is that how you pronounce his name? The only sideboard guide I've actually read is his. Which is kind of an outdated list, but he doesn't sideboard them out. Alright, I keep it. Yeah, I guess you could. It kills Baffling in and stuff too. I don't know if I'm supposed to kill that, because if I miss a land next turn, I'm sure going to want this. A bit disappointing. Alright, now that they can flip to Legion's Landing, I don't even know if I have a choice. Um, Boo. Guess that was all just poor play by me. I was hoping to hit a land so I could double spell if I did that, because I thought if I just played the Runaway Steamkin, the odds of them being able to kill it were very high. Since they still have 4 cards in hand and we know they're not lands, I assume they're just killing both of these. So maybe it was wrong to even play them both. I don't really care that they're gaining life. Leave our frenzy alone. That's not leaving our frenzy alone. Yeah, it's time for a second frenzy. Let's do this. They sideboarded in counter spells. Okay. I would never sideboard that in, but that's okay. Most sideboard guides tell you to take out Frenzy in this match as well, so that even makes it even odder to me. I guess that's just a game. Oh well, didn't do well today. I threw round one 100% though. Like that was a one game round or one game, maybe not a one round. This did not play well at all. Wah wah. I don't think Red Deck Wins is particularly well positioned at the moment either. So the only change I made today was I added another Fanatical Firebrand over a light up the stage, and I just think that's wrong. Playing this deck without 4 light up the stages just seems silly to me. My sideboard's probably not good anymore either. Like these dual shots aren't very good anymore. But yeah. A lot of people tried at the beginning of the season without Chain Whirler, but it's just one of the better cards in the mirror. And it's pretty good versus White Weenie, but it's not great, of course. I don't know. I think the deck's just not good at the moment. I think if you can play Red Deck Wins and Chain Whirler not be good, then the deck's probably just not good. I think it's still good versus White Weenie. Anytime that you have it on turn 3 versus White Weenie, it does a lot of stuff. It's just not particularly good past turn 3. Anyway, anytime I fail to cash a league, if I have a chest, I'll open a chest. I think I have a chest. Yes, I have a chest. The punishment. Twilight Prophet. Let's go ahead and throw our nickel in our binder. I assume it's about a nickel. Yeah, it's really good versus Mono Blue too. There's just not... 4 Frenzy seem like to me, I'd play 8. That's exaggerating. I wouldn't play 8, but like... It's the only card I ever want to draw, and every deck can typically answer one of them, so... Like, it's a card that I generally want to draw 2 or 3 of. That's the cheap one, so that's the 12 ticket one. If you're talking about the Lotuses. It's the cheap one. I think it's the cheap one. I think that's the VMA symbol. I think that's the one with the real art that they recently put out. Let us look it up on GoatBots. Pretty sure that's the one with the real art. Yeah, this one with the real art that they recently put out. Wrong border, but real art. I have no idea what that promo one is, though, since there's not a promo one. I shouldn't say real art, like, they're obviously both real art. The original art. They put, people were clamoring for them, so they put all these original arts out. The Power 9 itself isn't worth very much. Back when VMA come out? Yeah, back when VMA come out, that stuff was expensive, man. I know my friend hit a foil Black Lotus out of a VMA draft, and he's like, I'm going to keep this for 3 years. It's going to be worth so much. He was wrong. I think he let it go when it was, I think, 300-ish. I also bought a paper set of, bought a VMA set when they were out. My real Lotus only cost me $220, but I did buy it in 1998, and it was heavily played. So, and I did not keep it. I wish I'd kept it. I think I sold it for like $280 that same year. I feel dumb. Who knew Magic was still going to be a game? Like, the edges and stuff of mine were almost oxidizing to yellow. It looked like old newspapers. It just had not been treated well. Haven't seen it since you bought it, though. Wow. even smashed up, it's probably over 4K right now. I think Black Lotus has recently spiked, didn't they? Again. Left all your cards with a friend. Hope they were a good friend. Yeah, even collector's editions look like they're 1,500 plus now. I'm still scrolling to find the first one. The cheapest one I found on eBay is $6,500, and it is in some rough shape. This is the cheapest one I see on eBay. Oh boy, it's hurt. I'll open another treasure chest if I stay here too long. Yeah, they're worth a lot. They're just going to keep going up, too. I see no reason that they're going to go down. I need to start playing vintage again. All these decks are outdated. I should just delete them all, I guess. Anyway, I don't know what to stream anymore. I gotta be honest, Standard's boring me at the moment. I just can't wait till War of the Sparks come out. Like, every time we start getting to spoiler season, I get less and less interested in the current Standard cards. And I'm not sure why, because I'm not big into spoilers. Like, I don't go seek out spoilers. I only see the ones that people specifically link me. But just like, even if you look in terms of it being played online, right? Like, I think there was only 4 or 5 decks. Obviously, they don't have repeated decks listed, but like, so there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 dumps in the 5, or 6 decks in the 5-0 dump this week, or this Thursday, or today. None of them had anything special in them. Like, they were all just your normal base decks. Nothing cool, nothing exciting, no brew. Normally there's at least a brew or two. Maybe we should all just play vintage. Vintage looks cool though. Is that just shops winning? 4 endless ones. Oh, and it's Eldrazi. Shops got second. Somebody said Mana Gorger Hydra or whatever was getting played in vintage now. not seeing them anywhere, but somebody said they were. Somebody said they were getting played in the paradoxical outcome shells. This is a fairly strong top 8. Pascal. He needs to stream again. I'm not really into modern either. It's counters every time you play a non-creature spell. Huh. Do you think the Arcanist, the one that lets you play a spell out of your graveyard for its power or less, will be playable with a deck that only has 4 ops and 4 shocks? Or do you think that's too few? It's a wizard. I guess if you paired it with the legendary wizard, you could get lightning strikes and stuff back as well. That'd be kind of interesting. What's that card called? It's a wizard of some kind. Oh. Well, I certainly don't own it. I don't own standard cards. This thing. This is the one I was talking about. I like the idea of it, because like say you turn 1 shock or turn 1 opt, turn 2 play the Arcanist, turn 3 play this guy, then you're flashing back to 1-drop and you're getting a free trigger for this guy. Which is kind of neat. I don't know if it'd be good, I just thought it was kind of neat. Anyway, people don't want to listen to me ramble. Yeah, I have the dumbest collection of cards. Like, none of my cards make sense. They don't do anything together. I just don't sell things. Unless I open them from pity chests is the only time I sell them. Anyway, thank you all so much for coming by. Sorry for the crappy stream. I'm going to get out of here and probably order a pizza and go weep in a corner. I'll be back tomorrow. I might try Pauper or Legacy tomorrow. There's technically a Legacy PTQ. When is it? Saturday. If I can figure out how to sideboard Delver, or maybe if I can figure out how to sideboard Deafened Shadow or Deafened Taxes, I might consider playing it. You knew Echo was going to be playing it. It's kind of weird that they're doing a Legacy Pro Tour qualifier. I think they're doing a limited one this week, too. Yeah, they're doing a limited one. Maybe I could play a preliminary and embarrass myself. I forget what the prizes of these things are. I think they're like 12 packs. Yeah. Wait. I said 12 packs, but I wanted to say 9 packs, and I meant to click on this. No, they are 12 packs. So 9 packs if you 4-1. So you can 4-1 these and probably lose money? Is that how that works? Alright, anyway, I'm out of here. Take care, JJ. Take care, Lars. Take care, anybody else that's around.